All right, good morning. So today I'm riding with Adam all day to learn how to use the Isaac system so everyone can be trained on it and fully functioning using it. Adam has been using Isaac for about 10 months now.
11 almost.
Yeah, 11 months. So I'll be with him all day to go through different steps like logging on, doing inspections, your hours of duty, the logs, also bill of lading, submitting it to dispatch and seeing activities on the Isaac system as well. Okay, so we're starting off our day here in Hamilton and
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log in. So basically all that is consists of putting in your user ID and then you put in your username. Next, it's going to ask you for your password. Just hide it for this part. So you see there I've entered my password now. Then you just hit go and it goes.
And it doesn't matter what truck you're in. So let's say Adam has his truck in the shop for the day and it's getting repaired and he has to hop into a different truck that has Isaac. He can use the exact same login and password on a different truck.
Yeah, and all my logs and everything follow me, and also your trailer list, which we'll get into later, which is very important. Okay, so this is your dashboard, they call it here. And now what you'll notice first off here is my truck number is in red, which means I have not yet done my pre-trip inspection. So that's what we're going to do now. Now all your duty statuses are in this box at the bottom corner. You just pop it open and here's all the different stuff you can do. So to start the day, we're going to do our inspection. We're going to inspect my truck. We're going to select inspect, and there we go. And now during our inspection, if we notice any of these things wrong, this is our schedule 1 right here, the same as with your paper log, right? You just pick one. So let's just, for example, say we pick a brake system thing here, right? So this allows you to make a note as to what it is, to take a photo, and then you save it and submit it, and it goes into your system, and then dispatch and maintenance can see it.
And I'll go directly to maintenance. You don't have to, saves you a phone call or having to write down a form or a piece of paper.
And also you'll notice the tablet detaches, right? So as you're walking, you can actually take this with you and walk around the truck to do your inspection if you want to, or you can leave it hooked into your little thing here and only get it when you notice something wrong. So I'm going to do that. We're just going to stick it in here and we'll do our inspection, and then we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so we've done our inspection. Took about 10-11 minutes there. We didn't find any defects, so now we're going to leave it blank. We're going to click sign, and this little thing comes up here. Just going to sign it, save. Now you see this is check mark here, so we've done our inspection. So we're going to click finish. Now if you click on logbook, you'll be able to see that our logbook shows a 14-minute pre-trip inspection for the truck. Okay, so now we're going to go get our trailer, so we don't have to do anything. We're just going to start driving, and it's going to click to driving. Okay, so we've arrived at our trailer. So now the first thing we're going to do once we arrive, I pull the brakes, and as soon as I pull the brakes, this pops up because it knows I'm doing something. So what are we doing? We're going to drop and hook. We're going to add a vehicle. Now it's going to ask me what vehicle we're adding. We're going to add E4O3. Oops, too many O's. Now as you notice, as I put numbers in, this list of trailers comes up. Every time you hook to a trailer, it saves the license plate information and the trailer information. So when you go to hook to a trailer a second time, you don't have to fill out the information. You just select the trailer that you're hooking to, click done, and you say, yes, I hooked this equipment, and you click save. Boom, we're hooked up. Now we're going to finish that, and as you'll see, the letters are red, so we need to do an inspection on this equipment. So again, we're going to come to the bottom corner here, we're going to click OK, we're going to go to inspection, we're going to select the trailer, we're going to select inspect, and away we go. So now completed our trailer inspection now. Again, we didn't find any defects, so we're going to go sign. We're going to sign it, save. Now you notice 2 check marks, so we're fully pre-tripped up. Finish. Both letters are black, and we're good to go. And if we see the logbook, you'll be able to see here's our first pre-trip for the truck. Here's driving to the truck, or driving to the trailer, and here's our second pre-trip here, right? So now we're ready to hit the road. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that we've completed our pre-trip, before we leave, this is our trip menu. So as you can see, we left Marshall's Truck and Trailer. So now, our next stop, CN Metal Distribution. So we've arrived at CN Metal Distribution. Now we're going to select Departed, because we've now departed. And this is just a note to leave any kind of notes that you might want to leave, but we don't feel the need to leave a note, so we're just going to click Save. And then we'll be on our way. The next stop is our customer, Rollform Group. So when we arrive at Rollform Group, we'll go through this next step here. Okay, so now we have arrived at Rollform Group. So as we arrive at Rollform Group, we're going to click here. We're going to select Arrived, and we're going to click Save. Okay, and then we're going to click here. And what we're going to do is, I don't know how long we're going to be here. We could be here for maybe half an hour or so waiting. So generally when I wait, I either put myself on break or lunch to save some time in my day. So we're going to select that this is going to be our morning break. So this is going to put us off duty, right? So we can do up to four off-duty statuses through the day of half an hour, and that could potentially add 2 hours to our day to make sure that we won't go over our hours of service for the day. Okay, so when we actually go to unload, we'll go through how to change that. Okay, so now we've unloaded. We have our signed bill of lading. So now what we're going to do is asking us for any kind of notes. This is when you click unloading, this screen automatically pops up. So our note, we're going to put 80-foot, 80-foot sheet piles. Next, our bill of lading number, 171257. Okay, and it's asking us to take a photo of the bill. So all you do is you click on the photo of the bill, add a page, and then you take your tablet, and the best you can, you get the bill in the picture so it's lined up. You don't have to perfectly get it. You can have other things around it, and you click the picture just like that. So you can see we have our picture. Click done, and see now we got to crop it. So now we're going to move this to kind of cut out the background noise there. Always make sure, most important, to have the bill number and the stamp. And then we click OK, and it moves it. And now we check it to make sure that it's clear. If it's not, you can use these. There's a couple different filters you can use to kind of clear it up. But we'll go with the original. You click the check mark. So that's now our bill. So we're going to click Finish, and we're going to save that. So now we're going to have to go to our stops here. Trips. So now, stops. There we are. Okay, so under trips and stops, our final part of the trip is our roll form. So now we're going to have to do this again. This just make sure that the company gets the bill. So now we're going to click Scan Bill of Lading. We already did a note, so we're not going to do another note. We're going to do Photo, add a page, and again we're going to take a picture. Boink. Okay, so there's our picture. That looks good, so we're going to click Done. And it's cropped already pretty good, so we're just going to click Yes. That's pretty clear, so we're going to click Yes. Now when we do that, that bill is now sent to the office, so you don't have to worry about emailing in your bills or any of that or anything, because they've already got it. Okay, so we just save that, and now we have no active trips. We're done, and now it's time to call dispatch to find out what we're doing next. We've received our update for what we're doing next to our trip from dispatch there. It shows that we're going to Federal Marine, and from there it looks like we're going to everybody's favorite place, Cherry Blossom Road, Russell there. So now what we do is we click on Rollform Group. We're going to depart here. We're going to save that, and now we're going to be on our way to Federal Marine, and we'll check in once we get down there. Okay, we just got to FMT. I haven't pulled the brakes yet, so now that we've arrived in front of the office, I'm going to pull the brakes. Okay, so it didn't do it. Okay, generally when you pull the brakes, this pops up with our next stop is FMT, so we're going to go to trips, stops. We're at Federal Marine. We've arrived. Okay, yeah, I'll say it. So it thinks we already arrived. Okay, so we're gonna, we're waiting at the client, and we're gonna check in. Okay, so now we're checking in at Federal Marine. As you can see on our logbook, well, you can't really see it yet, but that's what we're doing right now. And so we're gonna go check in and get our load. All right, now to find details of your trip, for our trip that we're on right now to, where is that, stops? For our stop from Federal Marine to Russell Metals, we know that's where we're going. So now we go into messages. We look for the message from today. This was our delivery this morning. So we're going to go to our pickup here. You'll see Federal Marine, Hamilton, 68 foot for one beam. There could be more beams, but there's one that's 68 feet. Says beams, gives us the vessel names, and then they're going to Russell Metals in Cambridge. Alright? Alright, so we're now loaded at Federal Marine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click that we're leaving. We're going to note, they know that we're loaded. So we're going to save that. And yeah, now we're on the way to Russell Metals. Alright? So we've now arrived at Russell Metals in Cambridge. So we're just going to click arrived and save. And now our next step, we're going to unload. And once we're finished unloading, we're going to scan our signed bill of lading. All right, so back when we're done unloading, we're going to sign our scanned bill of lading. So we're going to click scan signed bill of lading. And we're going to leave our note blank because we don't need to leave a note. I'm going to click camera. I'm going to go to add a page. Here's our bill right down here. So, oops, I don't want to cover the camera with my hand. So we are going to get a nice straight picture of that. Just like that. Okay. That's good. So we're going to click OK. It's already pre-cropped. That one recognized fairly well. Let's move this corner down just a touch there. Okay. There's our bill. You can see the number. You can see the signature well. So we're going to save that. We're going to select finished, save, and that's it. We're done. Okay, so we've parked for the day. We're all finished up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to finish your log for the day. This is a lot easier than trying to finish a paper log for the day. We just go to our duty status. We go to end shift. Our logbooks are not signed. We want to sign them, yes. We select which one would be today. Here's our graph for today. We're going to click sign. We're going to sign it, save it, end the shift, save. We're done. It's pretty easy.
Thanks, Adam.
No problem.